Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Mindful Leadership Beyond Borders. This is Betska, the Guru, Coach, and Raj, and our delightful guest, Marian Hailey-Moss. And we are welcoming you to Love Month. Yes, let's do the big hearts. And Raj is learning how to make a really good heart. Awesome, Raj. Well done. And our subject, because it's Love Month, February, Love Month, and showing
Love,
more
love,
love.
love,
Oh,
love.
look at
Oh, wow.
Marion's cat. Oh, what's your
Oh,
cat's name?
beautiful.
What's your
She's
cat's
a
name, Mary?
she's a senior. It's from an organization that fosters senior cats with senior people.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
She's a
Oh, she's
furry. So
adorable.
much fur.
Yeah, lots of fur.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Ella,
Ella.
Ella?
Ella.
Ella, thank you for joining us on our podcast here today. That's very special. Ooh, look at her face. That's incredible. So, Marian, let's talk about your books. You know, you're very prolific. You've, as I mentioned in the introduction, you've written 17 plus books, and you actually write books to teach children and adults how to love and respect humans and animals more. So, tell us more about your books. You talked about Randall, and I know one of your popular books is Nala the elephant, right?
It's the most popular. I don't know
Ah,
why. It's the
ah,
most popular. I had a wonderful editor from Sesame Street. She was working at Sesame Street. And I don't know, it's a wonderful teaching a coloring book
ah.
about the lifestyle of elephants. And I'm very proud of it. It
Yeah.
was at an elephant time. A friend of mine was uh, upset at how some of these elephants in tourist places have been trained. And she was telling me, oh, I don't know what to do. And I said, well, let's write a children's book. So we wrote together. She's much more, uh, I'm more dreamy and symbolic in my writing. And she was much more, I have it here. I only have, it's an elephant called Butterfly. And in it,
Oh,
he kind of grounded it as to what kids should do and all that. And so it says in the back, if it's not safe for a little elephant in its own home in the jungle, where is it safe? Because so many elephants are killed for their ivory.
tusks. Yes, yeah.
So
That's
we we wrote this together. It's more of a how-to book, actually. And I went on and wrote a sequel called Mira, the Little Elephant, which was much more dreamy. A girl woke up in her uh, from her dream and saw the elephant in her closet, and the elephant was looking for her baby, you know. So I
oh,
wrote that, and then I wrote Nala. And Nala seems to be, it's factual also, but
mm,
it's fun. The illustrations by Mark Chauvin are just wonderful. You ask me what motivates me to write these. Well, he also does, you know.
ah,
His pictures just kind of open up the meaning of things much more.
wow.
So, anyway, that was the elephant theme there. I did three of them, I guess. Yeah.
Mm.
And
And
elephants, you know, spend 17 hours a day. They're vegan.
mm-hmm.
They spend 17 hours a day roaming around eating. It's amazing.
Wow. 17 hours, that's all they do is
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah. Well,
And they're
looking for
plant-based, yeah.
food.
And
Yeah.
they're the strongest animal in the world,
No, I think
aren't
the
they?
gorilla is. Uh,
Oh,
I think the
the gorilla is,
gorilla.
yeah.
Mhm.
Ella's being a real star here today by
I think,
showing
yeah,
us her
I can
face.
put her down if you'd
No,
like.
no, no, please keep her there. No, please keep her there. I want her there.
I think the elephant is the biggest, and the
Ah.
gorilla is the strongest.
Okay.
And then there's another one, there's something, I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, what are maybe a couple more of your books that you have
Well,
really...
also, I've started writing, in school, I was not a student, and I never wrote any papers in high school or college. I wrote a couple in college, but I only started writing papers in getting my social work degree, and in the doing, I gained 20 pounds. It was such a traumatic experience, but I was inspired not only by learning about what happens to animals in the meat industry, but I was also inspired by my second husband, who was the head writer of Sesame Street. And I learned that you can do wonderful things with a minimal of, I always thought it had to be Shakespearean or something. So just very simple ideas written up can be powerful. So that's how I just kept, she likes to eat hair.
Ella. So tell me
that's how I can write so many, because they're small. The books are short, and I have Mark drawing the pictures, but the idea, I feel, is still imparted about caring for animals and how wonderful they are.
So what makes you passionate about writing then? That's a lot of books.
I don't know, it just came. You have to do something, I feel. It's organic, It's like acting. I broke up, or a boyfriend and I parted in high school. I was so heartbroken. And I just went into drama class, and it just came out, and it was organic. And the same with the writing here. You have to do something with the experience that either you have or that you understand. And the experience for me, being vegan was like a whole new world. And I'm still seeing things. I've been vegan now for about 15 years. Well, I was vegetarian in 1993 and became vegan, I think, in 2006. And I'm still seeing things that there was a curtain over. In other words, I think being vegan is understanding cause and effect much more. Because otherwise, as I've said in the last part, in the first part that we did, that what you have on your plate is a whole different entity than how it got there. And so cause and effect is erupted right there, And if you then learn to have something benign on your plate and healthy, and learn what goes on with a carnivore diet, the cause and effect becomes clearer, and it clears up in all different areas of your life, not just, nourishing. In other words, to me, it sounds awful, but I think if one adopts a carnivore diet, they're nourishing on violence. We're nourishing ourselves on violence.
Yes, exactly.
It's not a very attractive statement, but I think that's what it is.
That's the reality. So what messages in your books are you hoping to deliver to children then?
Well, just in a fun way, how they are sentient, they feel, think, and deserve life like everybody else. Like when we first had a podcast together, you were talking about the ants and that this little boy was stomping on the ants, you know? And after our podcast, I got to thinking, you are teaching the boy how precious life is in all its forms. And I don't think that's a lesson that we learn too much, you know?
Yeah.
Like a calf or a cow is not as worthy as us to live, or an ant is not as worthy. But being alive in all these different forms is such a miracle that I think we take for granted.
Yes, we absolutely do. So, last
As Raj
question
was
here.
saying, I think it has to do with our education. In school, we learn to read and write, which is really important.
Yeah.
But also the emotions, being kind to one another. What does being alive mean? A tree is alive, and we have to care for it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That ant story, it was, a friend's child who came over, and we were at the top of the driveway, and all these ants were walking by, and he decided to go stomp, stomp, stomp to kill them. Well, I freaked out, and I yelled at him, and I said, "You can't do that. They deserve to live too." And he went, "Whoa." And his mother did too. And, maybe I was supposed to raise my voice so that he would think twice the next time he saw a little creature, that whether it's an ant or a fly or even a mosquito, and they drive us crazy, but we do our best to keep them away from us, and big tall elephants, and no, we shouldn't kill them for their ivory. Let these beautiful beings live. So, final question to you, Marian. What messages are you hoping to deliver to parents? Because they're reading these books to their children, or
Well,
the
the same,
same, yeah.
I'm sure parents know that animals are worthy for respect and for kindness and for love, and to introduce them to their kids and the marvel of them, and to remind them to keep reminding their children that. And to have a fun, about animals. They're wonderful creatures. I know
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I had a real difficult time with I got a parrot. And so it was really something trying to even though parrots are wonderful, I'm not a parrot mama. So I learned that the hard way, and the parrot learned that the hard way. But I did get it a home too, a person who, knew about parrot. But that's what came of this, taming Sophie.
Oh,
So
that's beautiful. Yeah.
It's just organic, me and Sophie, we had quite a time together.
Well, Marian, keep writing. You are an absolute delight. Your love for the planet, for yourself, for Raj and I, for anyone listening, and for all the people in New York City and beyond. And on behalf of everyone, keep going. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Betska.
Okay, dear.
Thank you, Raj.
Thank you.